our game today. Again, this is the first of 2 games of tonight due to a modified schedule. So after this game is over, ensure you stick around for meta shift as our intermission before game 2. So as we see the champions get onto the rift, yeah, it seems like it's a pretty standard start.
Yeah, we see, the 5-point start here. Actually, no, 5-point for blue side, but red side looks like they're trying to sneak into the bush, get a little bit of a bot lane advantage here.
Yeah, it seems like they're posturing pretty aggressively, which I like from Team High Alert because, like we said, the Jin Karma early game is so strong, right? Yunara's level 1 is strong, but only if you have that first priority to stack up the Q passive, the Cultivation of Spirit. So we'll have to see if this leads to a meaningful advantage at level 1.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some pretty degenerate stuff coming out of Yunara's, like just literally running you down like a Draven. Because all it takes is 4 autos on a champ, and then you're kind of Giga. But we do see junglers pathing bottom lane, like we had predicted in the pre-game. We'll see how that goes. Looks like Cassio has a little bit of a push because Syndra's spending her mana hitting Cassio instead of the wave. So we'll see how that results. I think that'll end up being actually pretty good for Cassio.
Yeah, some strong trading out of Team High Alert against FOO fans bot lane. They chunked out the Lulu to maybe 2/3 HP.
Yeah, mid lane's not actually... Okay, there we go. We see our first stun out of Syndra here. Yeah, this is how you predicted the top lane going.
Yeah, FOO is kind of using that advantage in the early game. Sion's that scaling champion, right? So Mordekaiser at level 1 or 2 kind of has a lot of damage due to the passive. So using that level 2 advantage well as they're pushing up and getting priority in the lane. But one thing to note is that Wukong is pathing up top side. So we'll have to see if that over-aggression from FOO Moths is going to get them punished.
Yeah, definitely Cassio's paying with their health bar now. They're out of potions.
We see a top lane scrap. FOO is so low, but Oso is lower. FOO gets the kill barely, and it gets the Triumph heal. And the Siren passive runs down FOO, but it's not enough as FOO flashes away and gets the level 2 aggression for first blood.
Okay, that counter pick paying off.
You can say that again, yeah. I mean, a solo kill at level 2, and the wave state is not in a bad space, so Oso has to teleport back, but a great use of the early aggression from FOO to really push the advantage and get that solo kill.
That's the second game we've seen a Mordekaiser get a solo kill at level 2. I wonder if we're gonna see a pattern here.
Oh my god, it's a solo kill already again. Breadwater is doing exactly what we asked of them as they get the solo kill mid lane at level 4. They leverage their advantage with the range and just get the kill after hitting a nice set of combos, and they get the stun into the kill.
Yeah, that's how you kind of expect Syndra to play it out. Get the stun, get some damage off. Looks like they just got too low to survive the combo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very hard lane to lane against, so Cobra Lilies or Android Yumi from before kind of has a rough time with that range disadvantage, and they get punished for it in the early game, so counter pick paying off, and now some trading in the bot lane here. FOO does not get snared by the tether from Karma, so they're going to walk it out safe, as we just see constant scrapping in the top lane. It seems like Oso's getting some good trades with that decimating smash as he's using the range heavily.
Yeah, maybe when we see like Cassiopeia buy some boots, she'll be able to play out the rest of this game effectively.
Yeah, just boots on the snake, yes.
Yeah, for those people who don't know, Cassiopeia is not allowed to buy boots because snakes can't wear boots. She just passively gets movement speed, which actually could be a problem later on into the game. You know, if you're not able to dodge up on the Scion ulti or something like that because you don't have boots. Could be tricky.
It's getting some good trading, but less force is backing up Oso. Decoys in. The decimating smash is going to hit. A huge stun stems him for a long time, and it looks like the kill. Less force takes it as a nice bait from Oso to bring in Moss due to the over-aggression, and they get the second kill of their game. Oh, we see a flash in from Taich. Deadly Flourish misses. We see FOO Ferrets flash out as Taich keeps going. The heal is activated. The fourth shot does tons of damage, but it's not enough to kill Ferrets as Fufons is firing back with the orbs, has the lethal temple fully stacked as well as the Q. He's out of mana, but some very scrappy trading out of both of the laners. We see that Taich's Karma used both summoners as well as FOO Ferrets using both summoners. Both Frog Guy and Fawns have both of their summoners available still, so it's just the supports trading their summoner spells.
Yeah, it looks like Frog Guy pushed forward just a little bit too much and let that lethal tempo get on him, but it doesn't really do all that much at the end of the day. He's just going to finish farming up this wave and probably hit the recall button as well.
Taich is looking to be cheeky, cancels the recall with the empowered Q. FOO Ferrets is taken low, but I don't think they're going to go for the kill. But now this is really bad for the FOO Fam bottom lane as Ferrets has to stay in lane and losing some tempo here.
Yeah, that's pretty bad for the bottom lane. They really wanted to get that recall off. Not a lot of mana left on the Yunara.
You see that Moth is pushing out Oso. He has the level 6 advantage, so great job from him, you know, not being scared after losing that gank kill earlier. And we see High Alert going on to the first dragon of the map. We see Wukong is in a good position, so the bottom lane's going to move over, and I think this is going to be an uncontested secure onto the first dragon of the game.
Yeah, this kind of all stems from getting their recall canceled, actually, because they had to stay out for that one more wave. And weren't able to get their reset off when they really wanted to. So really good job on the part of the bottom lane there.
Yeah, I mean, great job from Hyler's bottom lane using that advantage from the Karma lane to push out, get priority, and secure that first dragon. I mean, we did talk a little bit about the scaling, how the Cassiopeia wants to scale so they can get items, but it's a good work from Hyler to start prioritizing those early dragons and hopefully outscale with that.
Yeah, this comp really needs dragons because they need a way to force the enemy to come to them.
He's taking low and he uses the Death Realm on him. He's got him isolated as Oso uses the ulti in retaliation, but he has no mana. FOO Moths gets him so low, but the Wukong is here, hits the Cyclone. FOO Moths gets the kill, but Less Force trades the kill back. It's a 1-for-1 in the top lane as Wukong gets revenge for Oso's Scion. A good use of the Death Realm and good job for Oso trying to kite it out, but it's just not enough. Oh, we see Breadwater aggressive in the mid lane, uses the Unleashed Power and kills him under the turret. Cobra Lilies is a snake that can't get out of this desert as we see another solo kill from Breadwater, just unleashing the power and just blasting them from around 50% HP, hits every ability on them, and Cobra Lilies is unable to fire back due to the range advantage.
Yeah, we're starting to see the gap open up. The Cassiopeia is down about 2 waves now. Down 2 kills as well, so big advantages coming out of the mid lane. And also the top lane, while, you know, Scion has died twice, he's pretty much even in levels, pretty much the same, like, gold and items. So I don't think you're that mad, actually, right now, as Scion.
Right. The goal of the Scion lane, right, is to neutralize, scale up, and become that unkillable tank later, especially since there is 2 AP threats onto FOO Fam, so he's going to be very hard to kill since Yunara isn't that much of a tank killer, and a lot of her bonus damage does come from magic, so it's going to be interesting to see how Fufon's going to deal with that late game. As you see some aggressive trading bot lane, Fufons jumps in with the ultimate, we see the wild growth and the laser, gets the kill on Frog Guy, he keeps firing and firing with the orb, fully stacked lethal temple, but he can't get in range for the last couple of hits. A nice 2v2 kill onto the Jhin from the bot lane of FOO Fam. A really great use of the wild growth. The laser just gets the little bit of extra damage as Fufons was out of range. And now it looks like they're going for a dive. Chungus is in position, but I think Taich is just going to walk away as Fawns and Fairs are going to farm up some turret plates. But now Less Force and Breadwater are collapsing. Oh, we see as Fawns tries to use... Oh, we see a flash in Cyclone from Less Force. A nice flash stun from the Syndra. Gets the kill on the Lulu immediately. Less Force goes in with the Cyclone, gets the second knockup, and Unleashed Power does so much damage to the Fawns. It's another kill picked up for the Syndra at 3-0. A beautiful roam. Gets 2 cleanup kills on the back end of what was a great play from the FOO Fam.
Yeah, Syndra making that move because they're able to get the push.
Chungus is just going in, 1v2s them, just jumps in on Tight. So much damage from the Wind Becomes Lightning. Is chasing with Frogga, flashes in actually with the Audacious Charge. Can he get the 3 Talon Strike? 3 Talon Strike hits, the Wind Become Lightning lands, and he gets another kill for himself, just 2v1ing the bot lane, but we see some aggressive trading mid. Cobra Lilies misses the ultimate, Petrifying Gaze isn't there, the Miasma's keeping them at bay, but Less Force is everywhere on the map. Fakes out the decoy. Can he get in range for the Nimbus Strike? He can't. Still suffering in the mid lane is Cobra Lilies as they try to fight back, knowing Breadwater didn't have the ultimate, but they just can't get it done. They're 2 behind.
Yeah, they're 2 behind. The jungler helps push out the wave, letting Bread get a better reset here. And we got some fighting in the top lane.
Yeah, we continue to see scrapping in the top as FOO is trying to pressure Oso at every chance he can get. Fawns and Barretts are pressuring the bot lane pretty heavily. They are feeling confident after that 2v2 kill, as he does have the first item in the Kraken Slayer. But as we focus on the top and bottom lanes, the important thing is that the mid jungle of High Alert is very far ahead, 6-0-2 combined with this mid jungle duo, and it looks like they're in a great place to carry this game.
Yeah, and as we see the XP here on the screen for a second, we noticed that Sion is not at all far behind the Mordekaiser, despite dying twice, and in fact has a 10 CS lead on Mordekaiser. So his game right now is in an excellent spot. If you're High Alert, you're very happy with what's happening.
Yeah, High Alert is kind of not focusing too hard on the bottom lane. They're knowing that they're winning elsewhere on the map and they're going to outscale likely. Foofon's actually ults in and jumps for it, hits the laser, but I don't think they can continue chasing as Cobra Lilies is just keep fighting. Almost dies to the Unleashed Power. One more auto would have done it from Breadwater and walks away limping. This snake does not have anything to live for in this mid lane as they're down so far behind. They're down over 25 CS and keep getting pushed out of lane.
Yeah, unfortunately, once this Syndra has gotten the lead there, there's not much that Cassio can do as the shorter range champion.
Oh my god, Breadwater doing so much damage with the orbs and managed to knock back Fu Chungus. So much damage going on Ferrets as Ferrets ults Foofon's actually to keep him alive. Chungus is trying to go for Breadwater, jumps on him with the Crescent Guard, manages to get 1 more auto, 2 more autos, gets hit with the 4th drop, but it does no damage and gets the shutdown on Breadwater. He tries to fight back, but Less Force and Frog Guy kill him. The 4th shot is effective after the Crescent Strike is gone, and Cobra Lilies is now in the mid lane, but they can't even fight back against the Wukong and Karma. A 1-for-1 trade, I believe, in the mid lane. Yeah, so it's Breadwater getting shut down by Chungus, but Chungus also giving over the shutdown, and now the Dragon over to High Alert.
Yeah, this is second Dragon. Going to be finish off their feats of strength here, giving them the enhanced boots, which is, you know, fine because Cassio doesn't have boots anyways.
Yeah, the feats of strength is completed as they get the 3rd neutral objective of this game. Earlier, we didn't touch on it, but it looked like Less Force did secure all 3 grubs. So now they're ahead in the scaling department with the dragon stacking. Their mid laner is ahead, their jungler is far ahead, and their top lane has managed to neutralize the threat of this Mordekaiser. So it's going to be really hard for Foo Fam to navigate this mid game and try to fight back.
Yeah, I think that they really have to play around the Xin Zhao and what he can accomplish in the fights.
Yeah,
He's
I think
pretty much all their damage right now.
Yeah, the Xin Zhao, I like that. Sorry, I'm not used to the new names, but it was previously Lioness, but now it's Chungus. Fu Chungus is putting in a lot of work on the Xin Zhao, making it look very powerful. You know, being aggressive as you should be with the champion, but I'm not sure if he himself can just 1v5 this game due to the range advantage. And we see again, Breadwater's just able to chunk out Lilies, abusing that range advantage, and Lilies cannot fire back. As we see another Force of Will hits, Unleashed Power, oh my god, kills him again! Just everything lands, every Dark Spear hits the target it's meant to hit, as Breadwater's getting jumped on Chungus, but he does a nice knockback with the Scatter the Weak to keep him away. So just beautiful Syndra piloting from Breadwater to just really take over this game. Fumoth is now fighting, has to flash away as he sees Less Force on the Wukong run in. Oso's doing a nice job keeping Fumoth interested in every fight, and it means that a flash is blown on the top lane.
Yeah, and while we do see Yanara and
Oh, we see a dive, actually. We see Ferret's taking a ton of the turret damage. Chungus is walking in. Can he get the audacious charge? He gets in. Wouldn't become lightning hits. He flashes to follow the flash of Frog Guy and gets the kill. Fufons has to flash out of the tether, but now Breadwater TPs and is here to match. Breadwater gets the kill onto Chungus and Oso TP'd in, actually, as well. It's a 4-person collapse onto the bottom lane as Oso gets a double kill onto the bot lane of Foo Fam. Foo Fam had a nice dive, but turns out High Alert rang the sirens at the right time as they bring more members to do the counterplay.
Yeah, I think they might be getting kind of desperate here, Foo Fam, because that dive looked a little sketchy once Lulu had taken 2 tower shots.
See Taich roaming into the mid lane. Breadwater misses the slow with the force of will, but he's still pressuring. He's 2 levels up. Hits the scatter of the weak. One more orb is going to do it. Unleash power gets the kill again. There was just no counterplay for this snake to fight against these spheres. It's insane how much Breadwater is putting in the work. I'm not sure if snakes like bread or water, but right now he is dousing Cobra Lilies in this mid lane.
Yeah, it's Cobras, I think, are land snakes, as far as I know. Not up on my snake lore, but yeah, this snake in particular does not seem to like it.
Yeah, I mean, it means not only will Foo Cobras go down to 0 for this game and continue to be down over 40 CS, but it means that the first turret, not that feats matter anymore, go over to High Alert. So this Syndra is working with a massive gold lead in the mid lane at 5-1. 2 items completed now with the Storm Surge. I think just getting a look at this guy, anyone that looks at this guy is going to get one shot.
Oh, yeah, if you're on the same screen as Syndra right now, I don't care if you're Mordekaiser or Xin Zhao or anyone there. That's not a place where you want to be.
Definitely not, and so far ahead in the pace of the game, I'm not sure if Foo Fam can kind of reconvene and bring it back, as High Alert has just been better on the map as well. They're bringing multiple members to the Rift Herald to secure that. Every single neutral objective has been taken by Team High Alert, as they don't even need this many members, so at least Foo Fam can get a little bit of farm uncontested, but it's not looking good for them in the mid game, as it just seems that they're behind in every regard. So you see the Deadly Flourish hits. It's a 2v1. The Death Realm is popped onto Taich as Fumots gets slowed. I'm not sure if he is using this aggressively or not, but it looks like it was a defensive use as he's getting pincered by Less Force's Wukong. Cobra Lilies gets the first turret for Foo Fam on the bot side. But, oh, and we see some aggression. Fufon's going in onto Breadwater with the laser, with the ultimate. Not much more after that, so a key cooldown used by him. And now it's just a bit of desperation, like you said, Tattoo Potato. I'm not sure what Foo Fam is thinking with these plays.
Well, yeah, they're kind of thinking that these are the only plays that we can make, and
we see Chungus going in. He gets the wind, becomes lightning. Foo Cobra hits the miasma, but it's not enough. Breadwater is just so menacing with the damage. Oh, we see the unstoppable onslaught has to get flashed away from. He still does damage to Foo Chungus. Foo Chungus is locked up by the deadly flourish, and Breadwater walks in close for the unleashed power. A huge scatter weak hits 4, and another decimating smash. They're just getting run over in the fight as High Alert is ringing all the bells to just take them down. Frog Guy almost dies to Cobra Lilies, but the nice shield from Taich goes up. Less Force is 1v1ing Fufons in the backline, and it is a 5-4-0 team fight at 18 minutes from High Alert as they rip Herald in the mid, and they walk over the corpses of Foo Fam. What a beautiful team fight.
Yeah, 2-item Syndra hurts a lot, and so does 2-item Wukong, honestly. It's really unfortunate when the bottom lane for Foo Fam are the ones who are very far ahead of the bottom lane of High Alert, but unfortunately they weren't really able to make anything happen due to the double ranged aspect of the lane. Lulu Yanara doesn't really get to just run at Jin and Karma. They're a little too mobile, a little too ranged, and they can't just force a fight whenever they want.
Yeah, that point-and-click engage that we were talking about at the beginning of this game in Pick Ban is coming back to kind of bite Foo Fam, actually. one of the problems that we said was the range, was that reliable engage, and it's affecting them now, as after Chungus went in, there was no more gas to keep going on those key targets, and Breadwater, props to them for hitting a beautiful scatter of the week onto 4 members, and Oso with the Scion, a bit of a quiet game, dying to the solo kill and kind of getting pushed out, but he's been playing perfectly in the way he's been finding these engages and contributing to the team fights.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine scenarios where High Alert, or sorry, where FOO Fam can come back into this game, and I don't know, I don't have the Eye of Agamotto here, so I'm not seeing all the
Strange, yeah, to see a win out of this one as Chungus goes to the top lane, tries to get onto Oso, but he's so tanky. Oso's mostly healing from the Undying Despair more than FOOMOS is damaging him. FOOMOS pops the ulti, gets the turret, and I guess gets the objective bounty, but now Less Force is in front of his face and beating him down with the stick. Less Force uses the Cyclone, hitting 2, and now Cobra Lilies is in the fight, but I don't think Chungus has to pop the Crescent Guard. The 4th shot is coming out from nowhere, but it's not needed as Less Force gets a double kill. The Crescent Guard runs out, and Chungus flashes out. Oso's just unkillable as Frog Guy has to flash out a nice laser look from Foofons, but it's not enough to kill him either. A nice shield from Taich, and it looks like, again, High Alert just ring the sirens fast enough. Their team gets there, and they win the team fight again as Oso doesn't even die in that collapse.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that FOO Fam was the one who started that fight, and they were there second overall. Like, it's just... they're just so much faster on the play because, you know, they've got bigger wallets, so they're able to push the waves faster and all that.
Not only is the team fight diff a problem, it's now the wallet diff that's a problem. It's a 7.7k gold lead in favor of High Alert. They've been dominating every neutral objective. They got the 3rd dragon, probably while I think FOO Fam was trying to pick off Oso. They haven't secured the Otacon yet, but they're priming to do so, and it's looking like FOO Fam isn't going to have a way to contest. We talked last week to them last week after they won, and Foofons shared that they have a kind of weak early game, and we saw High Alert having a really great early game, so this mismatch of teams is really causing a lot of pain for FOO Cobras. Getting engaged on, both ultimates used, the Miasma is not enough to keep him away, a nice flash. Wild Growth is keeping Cassiopeia alive a little bit longer. Less Force is taken so low, but it's the clone that gets him out. Less Force is now half HP, and Chungus doesn't have enough damage, and a Scatter a Week just kills him with the shot from Jin. Breadwater and Frog Guy come in as the cavalry and just blast apart FOO Chungus. This is not a tank, like you said, Tattoo Potato. This is a bruiser, and they die quickly to the Syndra.
Yeah, the 30 MR or whatever Merc Treads gives you is not enough to survive the 2.5 item Syndra, unfortunately. And several rounds of Karma Shields also coming out, so really, really impossible to get any kills here.
Yep, and we're going to see the Otacon being claimed. No contest by High Alert. I mean, how could they after losing just another team fight? We see that the bounty objective goes over to FOOMOS in the top lane after he took down that tier 2 turret, getting a bit of gold back for the team, but the gold lead is still 6,000, and the stats of the Otacon may be incalculable with how far ahead High Alert are in this game.
Yeah, the way that League of Legends is played these days and the way that the game has been changed around, I don't know if a split push win condition is really viable here, though Mordekaiser does have a significant lead, not in kills or gold or anything like that, just in terms of champion capacity in the 1v1. I don't know if that's really gonna matter in this game when Elder Dragon spawns and he's forced to group, or
we see a nice Petrifying Gaze onto the support of High Alert, but Less Force is here to back him up. Cobra Lilies gets rooted up by the tether, and Less Force is beating him down with the stick. Taich is really low, but Cobra Lilies is lower. Breadwater's at away here, hits the Scatter of the Week over the wall, hits the Dark Sphere, and the Wild Growth has to be burned by Ferrets to keep his teammate alive. A very nice look from Cobra Lilies, but it's not enough damage. They're just so far behind, as now Oso's 2v1ing. A nice Scatter of the Week again, gets the kill instantly on a Chungus. The Unleashed Power kills Moss, as Breadwater is just swatting down every member on FOO fam like flies. As they have so much damage, the Rabadon's death cap just blows them apart as they're going to secure this Infernal Soul just at 24 minutes. One of the earliest souls we've seen in Prime Meta League, and absolute domination in this early mid-game.
Yeah, 10 stacks on the Dark Seal, full finished Rabadons. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can say that again. I mean, Breadwater ripped apart both Chungus and Moths in one shot here. They are having an incredible game on this Syndra. We talked about it before, right? The range advantage. We talked about how Android Yumi last week was popping off. And now as Cobra Lilies, even though they're on their comfort champion, they're not having much impact on this game as High Alert's just taken over every part of the map.
Baron's spawning now, so it's just a